Jiu-Jitsu nerds, I am being joined by the Costa Rican star on the rise, the biggest name on the Costa Rican circuit right now. It is Julian Espinosa. You've been featured on some of the biggest platforms from WNO, Polaris. Now you're returning to Polaris for the team event February 8th. So tell me, Julian, are you prepared for that Doncaster cold being from Costa
Yeah,
Rica?
yeah. We love England. We love Doncaster. Food is amazing. So that's the best part of this trip, apart from hopefully winning the team battle. So yeah, pretty excited. We're working really hard. I know that my teammates are working pretty hard as well in their academies, and can't wait to see them in England and be able to train with them, make a whole plan, and ready to take the goal home.
And the last time you were in the Doncaster Dome was for your Polaris debut. How did they find you, and what was your reaction when you first got invited to this promotion?
Oh, it was like a couple years back. I entered a contenders event that they did, and unfortunately I lost in the semifinals. Then I did another one. The one that I did was like under 180, 185 pounds, and I was the lightest guy there. I was like probably 145, 149. And I made it to the finals, just screw it up at the end. And they saw potential in me and they like my style. Like I'm always just standing it. I'm pretty excited, I would say. And if you've seen me, you know, and if you don't know, you'll know. But yeah, then eventually I got a message from Roy, and they wanted me to be on the show, and the rest is history. Now we're here.
And you've had some amazingly entertaining matches. One of them was against Jed Hue. Tell me about what went down in the last matchup between you two.
He's a nice guy. He's pretty good, pretty well rounded, and the match was fireworks. It was good. I didn't get the win. I didn't do what I wanted to do. Uh, I don't really know. No disrespect to anybody. No, the judges not yet, but I don't know. And like a lot of people who watch the match don't know how I lost that. But I was pretty happy with it. But eventually, I won a rematch. So it was cool. Will be nice to fight him again, um, with the new tools that I have.
And is part of the reason why you would want that rematch back is it was a loss, but it also went to the decision. So sometimes when there isn't that submission, it kind of feels like there's unfinished business almost.
Exactly, and that's the thing with me and Polaris. Thank God it's not points. Like I can play with points rule slots, but I don't really like it because a lot of people play with that, and I like to go for the submission. I don't know what's my submission rate right now, but last time I checked it, probably like 6 months ago, it was like over 82%. So it's pretty good for being a percentage on the black belt level, like that's all black belt matches. So I don't think there's a lot of people that they have something like this. So yeah, definitely would like to have that match and get the submission this time.
And when it comes to jujitsu in Costa Rica, it's not as prominent as some other countries like Brazil, US. So, what is it like for you being an elite athlete and getting the elite training that you need? Like, how does that process work for you?
It's pretty cool to be honest. Like just because of the fact that people in Costa Rica and I would say like worldwide, but especially Costa Rica, some people have a poor mindset, I would say. Like they would say or think, "Oh, I'm from Costa Rica. I can do anything. I can reach that level." Either if it's in jiu-jitsu or business-wise, they don't believe enough on themselves, or maybe they do well, but if you are someone that is also doing well, they're like, "Okay, I want you to do a good job to do good in life, but I don't want you to do better than me." Uh, so that's something that happened here, unfortunately. That's why maybe it hasn't grown that much, but it's getting more popular nowadays. There's a lot of academies, a lot of people coming on top. But people don't believe me when I tell them I'm based in Costa Rica and I train here with my team, which is Hands Crazy Costa Rica. I was pretty lucky to find or to meet Arturo, which is my main coach, um, because he's just like on now he isn't, but he was like really low key, but like a low key crazy wizard that is just like I was telling someone you can just get everyone together, 100 people if you want, and all those brains won't do Arturo's brain. He's just amazing. So yeah, he has a lot of good friends. He has a lot of coaches of his own that I've been able to train and learn from them, such as Brian Glick, even John down here. So I've been just so lucky to find them and being able to surround myself with people of that caliber. Um, so yeah, we're making it happen from here. So we don't need anything else. We're literally in paradise. Costa Rica, good jiu-jitsu. That what else do you need? Nothing else.
I love it. And I definitely know the technique and I guess technical focus is so serious at Renzo Gracie, Costa Rica. I visited. You guys are training hard all the time. I think it's a 6 a.m. class every day, right?
Yeah, it's 6 a.m. every
Yeah.
day,
So that's
even
how you know you're a
Sundays.
true athlete. That's early.
Yeah, yeah. So it's actually funny because it's 6 a.m., but there's been not even a couple times more than that that we're on camp and Arturo like maybe solves something on his mind or just thinks about something and it's like, okay, let's train at 4 a.m. Be there because I'm gonna forget this. Or I've heard stories from a couple years ago that he would say, okay, he will call and be like, hey, are you waking? If you're not now, you are. Come to training at midnight because we need to solve this. So yeah, the drive is pretty hard.
I love it. And waking up early in Costa Rica is kind of perfect because the sun always goes down at the same time where you guys are. So it's good to start the day early. So what does your schedule usually look like? Is it 6 a.m. and then another training sesh or?
So from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. is like a really chill session. 7 to 8:30 a.m. is like a competition training, which is like the main class of the day. Then I would go and lift, do my conditioning, whatever I have to do that day. Then we have a 6 p.m. training, which is like drilling and troubleshooting basically. Uh, and that's basically it. We train like twice a day.
And all that is getting you ready for this team event. And so there's so much talent in your division. When it comes to any specific names or matchups, is there someone that you know that you're going to want at some point in your career?
Well, there's definitely a lot of people. There are matches that I know that I can win, and at the moment, I wasn't at my 100%. And I know I can do better than that because, like I know that I can be here, but eventually, like with Arturo and all my team behind, they know that I can be here. So. Yeah, matches that I would like to get is definitely Diego Pato. I did pretty well against him at Worlds 2023, if I'm not wrong. So I think that would be a great matchup. Definitely Kid. Kid is my dog. He's really good friend of mine. But when I fought him, I wasn't feeling very well. I was like puking in the morning and stuff. But I felt that I did awesome, but at the end it wasn't the result I wanted. So those matches are like an example of something I would eventually want and fight someone from England as well. I know that right now people want to set up the match against Owen because we're basically the same weight class. So I think that's a good match. I haven't had it before, but the first time should be a good match and entertaining for the people and give them a show, which is what they want.
Yes, you always bring a show, which is what people need. It's what jujitsu needs as a whole because sometimes it can be kind of boring for people who don't understand the nuances. I know Craig Jones Invitational was really the promotion to bring the entertainment. When you heard that this year's CJI is going to be switching to teams, did you kind of get a little sad because there's not really a team Costa Rica as much? Like, were you thinking maybe you could be on a Misfits team, or you guys would try to get together a Costa Rica team? Like, what was your reaction?
I was like, hell yeah, this is maybe my chance to get there, and I think I would be a really good piece for a team. So I don't know. Let's see. But I thought about Misfits team. I feel like that team is gonna be so underground, but so dangerous that people won't even respect it. But they'll have to. So probably that team. I don't know if I'll fit in another team too, but definitely wanna be able to join one of them, and be part of it, and definitely cash it out.
Yeah, that's definitely the tournament to be there for sure. I know Polaris ended up using the CJI Super Fight rule set for their super fights. So what's your take on that? Because Polaris has done the rounds before, but they didn't do open scoring. So what is your thoughts on them making that shift?
I love it. Polaris is like one of the promotions that they actually push you in a good way to fight. So I just love it. I feel like it's gonna be game changing.
And what can you say about the team event for Polaris? Like, how has there been a team aspect for you? I know it's also Team North America, so you're more like Central America. I guess it's more just America at this point. Not me editing this back and realizing that Costa Rica is North America. Just fire me. Fire me right now. Damn it. But how has the team aspect affected anything, if at all?
Uh, I don't think it has like a bad effect at all. I think it's good. The team is awesome. We have a little bit of everything. We have the top big guys. We have the small technical and the sneaky guys. So I think the team overall is pretty good. Like we're ready to go. I know no one is gonna save anything for later. But yeah, and what you're saying is true. Some people were asking me like if I was from the US, and I was like, no, I'm from Costa Rica. I'm fully Costa Rican and Panamanian too. But yeah, they mix it a little bit, but it's just like from Central America, I'm the section, and then North America. Uh, but yeah, not South America, for example, like because there's Team Brazil too that they did it a couple years back.
And when it comes to the team format for Polaris, we have PJ Barch, Mike Perez, Kieran Kachuk, Devontae Johnson, Chris Wojcik, and yourself, Julian Espinosa, for North American squad. Do you know who your matchup is going to be, or is it um, more of like a quintet style?
It's more like a quintet style. Basically, my team is gonna set an order of guys that are fighting. So let's say I'm number one, Devontae is number two, Kieran is number third, and it goes on, right? So the only thing is Polaris staff knows this order,
Mhm.
but Europe team doesn't know it. So it's basically just like a lottery. I can, if I'm the first one and they chose let's say Santeri, we're fighting the first match. So it's just about luck and strategy, some type of way. So yeah, if I win, I get to stay in the mat, and the second person comes, and so on. And eventually, well, I think yeah, if you win by decision, you get 1 point. If you submit your opponent, you get 3 points. If me, for example, that I'm one of the lightest weight class, submit from someone from 95, I think I get 6 points. I'm not sure about that. But I get a little bit more of points. If there's a draw at the end, there's a fight between captains, and that's like like the goal score that they call in soccer or football, however you want to call it.
Mhm. And so, who is team captain for your guys' squad?
We haven't decided yet, but
Ah.
we need to know. Maybe they'll think it's someone, but he isn't.
And what
Can
is it
tell it right
like
now.
that feeling of unknowing? because you don't really have anyone in particular that you're going to match up against. It's all going to depend on the order. So, what is that like for you?
Um, it feels normal to be honest. Like anytime I go to a match or to let's say a tournament that is like brackets, you know who you're fighting. I honestly don't take a look at anything that they do. Like some people go and see a lot of tape from them, like all matches. Like I don't really care who they are. I'm just gonna do my thing. And obviously, I can control what I do. I can't control what they do. There's like there's some stuff that I can actually control that they do, but I just like focus on myself, don't give it too much mind, and I think like my teammates are almost the same, so we're just getting ready for anybody that we have to fight. The good thing I would say is Team Europe, they're pretty well known for their leg locks, so we know that that's gonna be the path to maybe get the win. There are a couple of them that it's not just that, but yeah, that's some type of clue that we can get.
And when you're looking at the European squad, you got Owen Jones, Joseph Chen, Mateusz Szynski, Taylor Pureman, Santeri Lilius, and Owen O'Flanagan. They're all pretty tough names. Is there anyone on there that you think is the easiest to submit?
No, like I respect every single one of them. I think they're amazing people. They're pretty amazing jiu-jitsu players. So I respect them all the same, and any of them can be a nightmare. So yeah, just looking forward to have a match with any of them. I think it's gonna be pretty good for me and for them as well.
And I know you mentioned earlier a match with Owen Jones would be something that's kind of on your bucket list to get to rerun. Um, can you tell me about the background of you guys' competition of competing against each other?
No, I haven't fought Owen yet, but there was a time that they mentioned it to me, so we were gonna try to get the match. That eventually got someone else. Um, but yeah, nothing in particular, nothing that I have against him, or it's just that we're the same weight class, and people who know him and they know me. They think it's gonna be a good clash of styles. So yeah, just something that I would love to get.
Yes, that would definitely be very entertaining. I've seen his style firsthand at AIGA, which is another event that does the team event, but they do everyone matches up against each other. So I like this quintet style because there's a little bit more strategy going in. When it comes to the team aspect, have you guys been like meeting up virtually? Because I know you guys don't all train in the same gym. So, like, how does the team aspect play a role for you guys, if at all?
We've talked a little bit about some strategy, uh, and I think somehow we knows everybody's styles, so we're pretty familiar with what someone does or not. So we're gonna play with it the time that we have to decide who's going first, who's gonna be the captain. But yeah, we're just waiting for us to be in England and we can get reunited and actually train. But yeah, we're pretty comfortable, pretty excited for this, and we just trust each other, which I think is like the most important part on a team.
And I think they mentioned that they're going to be doing a little TV show in the beginning. I think if you're arriving early, you're going to be like in a mansion with all the characters and
Yeah, I didn't
competitors.
know if I could mention this, but yeah, we're gonna be in a literally a mansion. I think it's like a huge place. So we're gonna do a little reality show. Um, we're probably gonna be there with the other team. I know they're gonna be trying to be, funny, try to be doing those little kids jokes we were talking about it. So it's gonna be cool. But yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, I feel like we have to depend on the European squad for starting some some drama because you are so polite. I know PJ never like gets involved in any of the drama because at PGF there was a bunch of drama and PJ's just sitting in the corner like, don't get me involved with your 20-year-old drama. Kieran Kachuk has his alter ego. He has the bastard, so maybe he could start, talking a little bit of trash. Chris Wojcik, he's pretty chill. So when it comes to the camera lights being on for the reality TV, can we expect anything different from Julian? Or are you just 100% all of the time, nice guy, not really starting any drama?
Uh, Maybe I can get like Kieran, Kieran is Canadian, that's why. But maybe I can have like an alter ego sometimes. But it's pretty chill. Like I just I just get like, sometimes I get good answers on my mind, like sarcastic answers. I don't know. We'll see. But our plan is to just have the Bonte in front and doing a mean face, he's pretty scary, so hopefully they'll get scared and they won't bother us.
And when it comes to The Ultimate Fighter, like the original show, did you ever watch it?
Yeah, I watched it a couple times.
Do you have a favorite moment where there was drama?
I think it was pretty recent when I don't remember who it was, but it was against I forgot his name. The Notorious. I'm
Conor
pretty bad
McGregor?
with Conor McGregor. Yeah, I'm pretty bad with names. So he was the captain. I don't remember who was the other captain.
Michael
They got
Chandler.
into a fight. Michael Chandler. Yeah, they got into a fight. It was just funny. Yeah, Conor is just different. But
Yes.
yeah, I
I
would
know another
say
iconic
that one.
moment was like a Nate Diaz one.
All ideas is so fucking different. This is the man.
Yeah, and he was on The Ultimate Fighter when TV was much more unhinged. Like you could straight up fight people and they would keep that on air. But yeah, things won't get that crazy. But I'm very excited for you. Doncaster Dome, February 8th. Are you working with any specific training partners or sponsors that you want to give a shout out to? The floor is yours.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. So obviously, Hands of Gracie, Costa Rica. I want to give a shout out to all my training partners, to Arturo for helping me, Brian Glick as well in New York, and all the other coaches that they've ever helped me. Also, shout out to our new academy, Hands Gracie Vienna in Austria. So we're moving there. We're taking Vienna to a next level. So hopefully you can visit if you live in Austria and you wanna train professionally. You wanna get to the next level. You know where to go. So yeah, it's gonna be open spring 2025. So pretty soon. Then Reaper, my Nogi sponsor, Diana. She's my dentist, Diana Reese. Gabby Flex, my nutritionist. Fabian from FMSSS Center, where I lift and do conditioning. He's the best. My psychologist, El Psicólogo, Bernie. He's the best too. He helped me not to go insane. Uh, and who else? I think that's it. And myself.
I
But
love
yeah,
it.
thankful for every single person that is in my life, and just gotta keep grinding.
And when it comes to February 8th in the Doncaster Dome, what can Polaris fans expect from Julian Espinosa when he hits those jiu-jitsu mats?
Oh, I'm probably just gonna go insane and do a lot of crazy stuff. So I got a new couple things that no one has seen before. So hopefully I'll be able to hit them, and nothing. They're gonna be able to see a new version of myself, same but better, and hopefully they'll like it and they'll cheer me up and they'll be asking for me every time. So they'll be able to see me a lot in England for the next 2 years. So news are coming. They'll know. But yeah.
And you've been competing with Polaris a few times now. What is it about the way Polaris treats you that makes you come back so many times?
Oh, well, first of all, I love how organized they are. They always get me good matches. Some events here in Costa Rica, in the US, or anywhere else, they're I don't know what's going on in the matchmaker brains that they just do like the worst match makes. The like it doesn't make sense at all. So Polaris has that. They actually make fights great. Then how they treat me and like whoever is coming with me is just amazing. The level of organization, like in the event itself, like from the entrance, from how they manage to make everything on time, to the mats, to I don't know, even the lady that cleans the bathroom is just so amazing. Uh, so that and then it's just nice. Like I think being able to make a lot of friends there, and it's just like a big family, and they just keep getting better and better. So yeah, I'm pretty grateful with them.
Yes, it's definitely the premier European grappling promotion for a reason. They are lucky to have you for sure, and we cannot wait till February 8th. If you enjoyed that interview, be sure to check out this one.